how'd you end up over here anyway?
Why not? Look at all those people down there. They follow the rules for what? They're letting fear lead them.
What happens if they don't?
Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back.
Here, we need desert power. Desert power. Remember that.
A simple beauty. A meaningless beauty. In such a God-forsaken place. We deal here with the law of the minimum. Unless we learn to live with it, conditions can never change. Are you saying that conditions here could change? Favorable conditions? Change the ecology of the planet.
That depends.
On what?
On who the steward of the desert is. Perhaps one day the person will come who will understand, who will see the future and know what can be. The one who will change Arrakis. The Mahdi.
But you could guess what some of the problems are, and they're rather obvious. One of the main problems they have is a clash. They see a clash between the culture that they grow up in, the surrounding culture, the culture that helps to shape their minds, and the culture, the religious subculture, that they're asked to be a part of. This issue of culture class, of separating culture from religion, of trying to separate essential Islam from interpretations of Islam, culturally based interpretations of Islam, is a central issue. And the work of scholars in the past must always be reviewed, critically analyzed, updated. We always have to be checking and rechecking the work of the scholar, because no scholar has the final word. This is true in physics, it's true in mathematics, it's true in engineering, it is true in the study of history, it is true in social science, it is true everywhere. If we rely on any century's thought, then we inevitably become stagnant intellectually. We must always investigate and reinvestigate and research the work of the past. Either perfect it or confirm it. They're suspicious of Islamic law. They fail to see the relevance of that. The key question they keep asking is how much of this is religion and how much of this is culture? That's the question they're asking. We don't even allow them to ask it. We need to start thinking again. We need to start researching again. We need to start critically investigating again. Because right now, in our communities, we run them like one of those oppressive oligarchies. You know what an oligarchy is? Those where you have a small group of people ruling the entire country, controlling all the thought coming in and going out, and not allowing any dissenting opinions. Even so, we could still do some things. We could start to approach that issue of separating religion and culture by just being, as Amina said, introspective, by asking ourselves the question, what if? Are we doing something wrong? What things might we be doing wrong? If that is not essential to this religion, if it is not, strictly speaking, required by this religion, and everywhere that is practiced, that is obscuring people from seeing the truth of Islam, then it's not the press that is driving those people away from the religion. It is not some it's not some Western conspiracy that is preventing them from seeing the truth of Islam. It is us. It is us. How many people in this country is the truth of Islam obscured by practices and notions that we have no explicit divine warrant? And the Quran criticizes this. It says in no uncertain terms, have you considered what provisions God has sent down for you, and how you made some of it haram and some of it halal of your own making? Say, has God indeed permitted you? Or do you invent a lie concerning God? People who associate with God that which is not of God. They make something sacred that God specifically did not enjoin. And it criticizes them for that. And it says in another verse, and say not for anything you invent, this is halal and this is haram, so that you invent a lie against Allah. Because when you do that, you commit, as we all know, shirk. Associating with God that which is not of God. The problem with any kind of shirk, making something sacred that God has not made sacred, the problem with that is you obscure the truth. And you place a barrier between the truth and that person. Am I talking to the leadership of masjids here? No, because they'll never do what I just said. Not at all. They have their leadership, their positions to protect. I'm talking to the parents. I'm talking to the young Muslim men and women, the few of you that are here today. I'm talking to that second generation. I'm talking to those converts. Please just do it. And the rest of the community, instead of slandering them and complaining about them and making up all sorts of strange slanders and gossip about them, know that those people are on a mission. A mission to take this message to the greater community.
When my servants question thee concerning me, then surely I am nigh. I answer the prayer of the suppliant when he crieth unto me. So let them hear my call, and let them trust in me, in order that they may be led aright. Allah desireth for you ease. He desireth not hardship for you. And that ye should magnify Allah for having guided you, and that peradventure ye may be thankful. Will ye not then remember?
You asked me to inquire about the shouting the other day. The words they were calling out at your shuttle.
Mahdi, something like that?
It means Messiah. They have a legend here, a prophecy, that a leader will come to them from off-world. A boy, the only son of a Bene Gesserit, guide them to true freedom.
Messiah? Paul?
These are a simple people, my lord. They survive on hope.
I don't know who you are, but you did something to me. My thoughts. Everything became clearer. The fears that were muddling my thoughts just went away. I can hear myself.
A boy in the Midwest of this land will grow up in a home where your book will be on the shelf and spoken of often. He will grow up with these ideas in his head. He will grow into a great orator. He will speak and his words will be heard throughout this land and throughout the world. This boy will become leader of this country and begin a movement of great change. He will speak of you and your words. Your book will be the seeds of many of his great thoughts. It will be the seeds of change.